beautiful Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your full moon reading. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful that scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. If anyone claiming to be me asks you for anything at all, e-gifts, money, donations, it is not me. I do not have Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. So if anyone contacts you on any of those platforms, it is a scam. Please report that person, okay? It is not me. Do not give your wonderful money away to these scammers. Now let's get straight to the full moon reading. Now the full moon occurs on the 23rd of July or the 24th, depending on where you are in the world. It's called the buck moon. Sometimes it's called the thunder moon. It can be known as both, but it enters Aquarius, signaling an unpredictable and rebellious time. So it is a time for sort of honoring your inner rebel. Now it also asks you to sort of express yourself in social situations, a time for reintegrating yourself back into society perhaps, depending on where you are in the world, with regards to what's been going on around the world at the moment. But the thunder moon, basically, it's time to step into your creative power. And both the energies, the buck moon as well, is about sort of growing into maturity and sort of standing up, standing your ground, holding your vision as to whatever it is that you want to achieve, okay? So how does it affect Taurus in particular? Well, it's about letting go of control. It's about opening up part of you that are normally sort of off, off limits to people, even in your inner circle. So you may have to release control in that area or certain areas and open yourself up a little bit more. Now, you may be quite open already to those that you truly trust, but it's almost like looking at places that are off limits to let your guard down. But also, it is about holding that vision and moving through any bumpy energy towards a conclusion that brings something successful. So I feel like anything that you fought for example, that you've really been going for, hammering at, I feel like there's going to be like a plot twist where your inner rebel comes out and it's just, there's one last kind of stance and then you got it, okay? So let's see what the energy has coming in for you. We got, what do you need to release? Well, I just said, release control. That's the energy that was coming through when I was doing your chart for the full moon there. So let's see what else comes up there. We've also got a new start is coming. So that often happens when you get the full moon. We step into new energy. Okay, so it's almost like if you think of thunder moon, lightning, the thunder rolls, and it clears the air into a new cycle, a new chapter. So, but it is a wonderful time to step into that creative power. Now, you don't have to be in a creative job to step into your creative power. Your creative power is about honoring your inner soul, the way that you express yourself, the way that you do things in a very unique way. It's about not holding back, okay? We've got communication is key. And we've also got prosperity lies ahead. So beautiful energy, and it's even like your energy there, Taurus, at the bottom, even though it's not a new moon, it is a full moon. Let's see what is coming through or how you're going to be feeling when you hit this full moon. I'm using some major arcanas just to see how you'll be feeling and navigating this full moon period and see what comes up there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurus? What do they need to know? So just to let you know, I'm using the White Witch Tarot to gather that energy. Taurus, you're opening your own reading there with that Hierophant card. It is about your commitment to either prosperity or to goals, dreams, to people. We've also got the Wheel of Fortune here. So if you feel like you've been going through a bit of bad luck or a run of, feeling stuck or stagnant in an energy, there's a turning point here for better luck to come towards you. Now we go for the unified position. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurus? What do they need to know? We got the Tower. Oh, and one more they want. If you know my readings, you'll often know that a Tower and a Wheel of Fortune, they kind of go hand in hand because they basically mean, oh wow, normally I don't take so many, but they want one more. They go hand in hand because basically both of them mean surprise. Okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Yeah, they basically mean surprise. So let's see what shifts are coming towards you. We have the Moon card. Oh, the Tower, of course. Now the Moon card, obviously, the Moon card has come up there because we're dealing with the full moon, but this is about bringing things that were below the surface to the surface so you can analyze them. Or any unseen problems or any voluntary changes you got to make there. I feel like you're allowing yourself to embrace the changes. Excuse me. We've also got the Chariot card. So definitely moving forward towards a successful conclusion, or you're motivated to move forward on something if you've been feeling stuck recently. And we got the World card indicating, well, there are two travel cards actually. So you could be making major changes in your life, like thinking about maybe I have a calling to go to a certain country for a vacation, or perhaps I really want to move house and I just want new surroundings. I just want to do new. I just get this yearning for to shake up the complete energy so you can have like I just feel like you want to inject some sort of excitement or motivation after a period of feeling really stuck. But let's see what the energy, every time I touch the card, what they're bringing through here for me. The Hierophant. Okay, interesting. So this is the protagonist energy, Taurus, and the Hierophant is all about rules and regulations, okay? It's about learning as well, deep knowledge, but you may have found yourself in a rigid system. Maybe someone has said, or people have said, there's a certain way of doing things, whether that's in terms of love or whether it's in terms of career. I'm not really here to address those exact things unless they come up, but I feel like it's about the energy. It's like you're done being told what to do. You're the sort of person who marches to the beat of your own drum. You kind of create your own rules. So if you've been feeling really stagnant because of another person's system or another person's set of rules, I feel like there's a real kickback on this, a rebellion, okay? And that actually suits the time completely because, as I said, that full moon is entering Aquarius. Now, I really feel like there's a blockage here, and they're showing me the blockage in third eye, okay? So about seeing the future. So maybe you're deciding that, you know what, I don't want to do what's expected of me to live in a certain way. I don't want to do these things anymore. I don't want to be on the rat race, making the money and, sort of just paying the bills and not really enjoying myself until retirement. Maybe you're shaking up the system. Maybe you're deciding to find a job that you can do now that frees up your time. Perhaps you're deciding, maybe I don't want to settle down and get married or have a family. I feel like there's really kind of like a lot of sort of exploration going on as to what you've been told is expected of you and what you've been told or what it is that you're kicking back against. Conventions, for example, being a nonconformist. I also feel like you're doing a lot of learning, okay? And that third eye is about seeing. So I feel like you're either opening yourself up spiritually, because when you get the Hierophant, it's about spiritual practices, allowing yourself to build knowledge in terms of frequency and spiritual awareness in consciousness so that you can rise and find your true calling, your true mission. So I feel like there's a lot of emotions going on for you. And, it's interesting that what do you have to let go of? What do you need to release, for example? And the Hierophant, if you look up the meaning of the card, it's about control, rules, regulations, a learning system or a rigid system that's already in place before you get there, and learning the ropes within that system. You may be guided towards it because of, peer pressure, or that's just the done thing. But I feel like there is you kind of really shaking up the system, okay? Or thinking about it at least, because that's the protagonist energy. There's that desire as we come into that full moon period. Now, the Wheel of Fortune indicates there is a turn of events, but you may have felt like you were stuck in a rut, had bad luck, or things were out of your control recently that made you feel that there was misfortune or chaos or a resistance to change. So you may be like looking at opportunities as they arise, because there's going to be quite a few opportunities arising to help you make those changes. But I feel like it's almost like you're trying to look at the way that your life is going at the moment, and you're looking at what has gone well and what has not gone so well, and you're appreciating those moments that have really gone well. Even if they exist in the past, you're recognizing how sweet they were. They are about to return, okay? So if you're feeling like you're going through the ringer, Spirit is actually going to airlift you out of a situation to stop you from going round and round in circles. But what they really want you to be highlighted to right now is, as you can see, there's a figure there in like a cocoon type yeah, cocoon shape there. So what they're indicating there is that during any time of inaction or feeling like there was chaos, you are protected. But also it is a time for reflection, for healing, for rest. Okay, so even though it feels like stagnant energy where nothing is happening, there's actually still progression, okay, that is necessary for you to move forward. But it's almost like that lightning strike moment, the thunder moon energy, which is like, boom, there's change, okay? And it is for the better. Now, I have to say the Tower card is actually partnered up with that. So there is major change happening in your life. I'm just gonna let that siren go past. There's been a lot the last couple of days running up and down this road. I think there's diversions, so they're using this as a road throughway. So I do apologize. It's obviously stuck in traffic. I mean, all the cars are piled up here at the moment, so hopefully it passes. Yeah, it's going off now. But there is major change in your world, okay? That Tower card represents an epiphany or some sort of seeing things clearly. It may have been even unwanted change at the first. You may feel uncomfortable. But what it says is Spirit wants you to win. They want you to come out of your comfort zone. Because if you stay where you are, you're feeling stuck. And you don't want to feel stuck, and Spirit does not want you to be stuck. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there's two figures. They leap out of the tower, which is on fire. They leap into the unknown because fate has intervened. And that's what's happening with the full moon energy. Fate will intervene to give you that kind of like rebellious energy to take that leap of faith. Because if you stay where you are, the building's on fire. You're stuck. You're in a prison, okay? And even worse, it's over if you stay in that building. It's going to become more uncomfortable for you to stay than it is for you to go. So I feel like major change and embracing it is something that you will be doing with this full moon period. It actually, as you can see, it unblocks the third eye. That's what they just wanted me to give you there, okay? So there, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. It unblocks the third eye, and finally you can see things so clearly, and not just what's in front of you, but for the future. There is definitely some sort of I mean, there is kind of almost like clarity or a psychic message in your dreams or something like that that is coming towards you that really brings a lot of eyes wide open in this situation. So I feel like that full moon energy is really going to like blow things out of the water for you, okay? I feel like get ready to really sort of make your mark on something, Taurus, whether that's on a person's mind or heart, or whether it's in your business, or whether it is just on yourself, feeling validation that you're on the right path. I feel like there's something coming on in here that gives you a big thumbs up from the universe. Now we got the moon card. It may feel a little bit scary. The moon energy, especially this particular moon, because there's a lot of crazy energy. You may hear a lot of tarot readers talking about this particular moon. It is... it's uncertain, okay? The energy is uncertain. It is, as I said, unpredictable. There's a lot of kickback and a lot of things just bubbling up on the surface. So it may make you feel quite uncomfortable. The emotions that actually raise to the surface are things that people really don't want to address. Okay, so letting go of control, for example, you may think to yourself, I don't control things. I'm very open with my friends and all of those. There's going to be like conversations that become like, oh, we're going into that territory, are we? Okay, and then I feel like you decide to take the plaster off and, it can be a time, because Mars is also a little bit feisty during this time. It can be a time of arguments or, not being so diplomatic about some things. So just be a little bit mindful of that. The moon also says there is a great metamorphosis happening. You've done a lot of shadow work, okay? So I feel like you understand that, when you look at things and their illusions, fears. But I feel like you're going to be feeling the fear and doing it anyway, okay? I feel like you're getting rid of confusion in your life. There's just such clarity that happens here, whether that's a person, whether it's a job, whether it's where you live, anything that you feel, you know what, I can't take this anymore. It just feels like it's too much pressure. I feel like there's a change for the better coming. For example, you may hear a piece of information that was hidden to you. It actually makes its way towards you. Like the moon is about stuff coming from nowhere, like that's hidden from us. So as I said, a truth is revealed or information makes its way towards you that helps you make this change that is going to be so exciting for you. So for example, you may put your resume out and you know, you hear news of the job of your dreams, and then you send your resume to that, and then that's the job that sort of takes hold, and you have to change everything for it. You have to move or things like that. Or, you know, someone you haven't heard from in a while just out of the blue says, hey, thinking about you, and you reconnect to that energy, and it helps you sort of open yourself up to coming back into a social setting again, because you may have like cut yourself off recently or downsized the amount of friends. That's what I've noticed for a lot of people at the moment, the collective energy. A lot of people have become a little bit insular, and only have moments of opening themselves up, but then coming back into a protective, insular kind of energy. But we do have the Chariot card, so I feel like you're moving forward, you're finding that motivation. If you felt really unmotivated recently, or even felt you were very scattered in your energy, or even unfulfilled in whatever it is that you wanted to do, I feel like you're finding that mojo back, okay? I feel like the Chariot card is really interesting because it is actually a control card. You are the master or the mistress of your own destiny. But what people don't realize is that often on the Chariot card, there's no reins on the horses or the sphinxes or the chariot itself. Excuse me. Which means you're governing things by your intention, by your sheer will. But also fate is playing a hand in getting you to where you want to go. So there's an element of control, but there's also an element of letting go of the reins and allowing the universe to guide you to where you're meant to be. Either way, you're going to be successful in this energy, but the Chariot card basically means moving forward, taking action on something, change is arising, and you actually going with the flow and going on a bit of a journey. You know, it could be even a journey of discovery during this time, but I feel like you're seeking a greater meaning in things, because this is, the Chariot card is a Cancerian energy, and it's right next to the moon. So in order to move forward, you're seeking a greater meaning, but allowing that to sort of inform your decisions and allow you to be successful in the areas that you're wanting to be in. Prosperity, for example, or being victorious in setting goals, dreams, achieving, or finding love, or whatever it is. I feel like you're being motivated to change up the cycle. Okay, and the World card indicates you're going to be in the right place at the right time. The World card is an energy of stay where you are. You know, you've come as far as you can, and that means you're in the right place. You're on the right path. The World card is about perspective. It's about completion. It's about fulfillment, okay? It's a very abundant card, but it's also about learning a lesson, you know, learning about the rules and the regulations, you know, or the conventional way of doing things, the expectations, and, you know, working within it's almost like working within a set of guidelines, but being your wonderful, unique self and bending the rules in order to, do whatever it is that you want to do. For example, you know, there's some rules in life that should obviously be adhered to, like don't hurt a person, or, you know, don't take a life or anything like that. Don't take anyone else's life or anything like those things. You know, those things that I don't really want to talk about here. But the World card indicates learning lessons, inner lessons. They're trying to give me like inner lessons that we have learned along the way, where we see a set of rules and we think, you know what, I'm really unique, and actually I bring my own individuality to this situation. So part of the rule may apply to me, and I'll take that part of the rule that applies to me and I will use it. But the other part, I mean, it really doesn't suit me, so I'm discarding that. So I feel like you're looking at where things are really heavy, burdensome, and I feel like you're leading with authenticity, and you've always been the sort of sign that doesn't have a mask, Taurus. What you see is what you get. I love that about you, and you're really grounded in your energy. You know, you're dependable. You say what you're going to do. You actually do it. You're loyal, practical. You're loyal to the people who are in your inner circle. You're also an achiever. No matter how long it takes you to get to something, you're still on that steady path. You'll do it. Okay. So I feel like you also you lead with truth and honesty, but I feel like sometimes, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, sometimes it's hard to say no to people, especially when they say, oh, Taurus, can you help me out in this? And you're like, yeah, sure. And then they come back and you're like, oh, Taurus, you're so awesome. Thank you so much for your help. Can you help me on this one other thing? That'd be awesome. And that you're like, yeah, okay. Even though you're thinking, gosh, I've got like 9 things to do for myself today, 2 other things that I got to do for my mom, 3 other things that I said I promised my best friend, and then someone else is asking me to do something else. You don't want to disappoint a person, and you think you can do it all, and you try to, but often it becomes burdensome. So I feel like you're starting to learn a lesson in that area, okay? That's not a lesson that everybody has to learn, but for the full moon, they're giving me that is an energy to learn, okay? Now, they just give me the name Tina as I came to pick up this deck. So if you're, whoa, okay. Okay, I guess they want those. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. If your name is Tina, there's something in this message for you. I can't believe I didn't even get to shuffle. I shuffle and I meditate on the cards before your reading. But yeah, normally I get to actually shuffle properly. Whoa, there are some serious power cards coming out here. Okay, wow. Okay, let's see what's happening. Now, just to let you know, I'm using, just pop those two there. Wow, this is a really impressive reading, Taurus. Wow. So just to let you know, I'm using the Mystical Moments Tarot, and I'm deciding to use the uprights in this deck for this reading. The King of Pentacles, we got some real power cards here. King of Pentacles, Taurus, this is you, and you're leading with you, okay? So very strong energy. You're navigating this moon. It's almost like you're harnessing that energy to really move towards prosperity, or look at where you invest your time, your energy, and also, you know, where you put your love, your care, your attention. Because the King of Pentacles, marked there, covered there by the Ace of Cups, indicates you're following your bliss, you're following your heart, and you're making really good decisions, okay? So if you were wondering if you're on the right path, the answer is yes, okay? I feel like you're being wise, practical, but also committed to a goal, a dream, but you're also following your heart, you're following your bliss. Also, you may be trying to call in love. There's a lot of love around you, Taurus, but you may be trying to call in either a soulmate, or if you're partnered up, because the Hierophant is the card of partnerships, marriage, for example. So if you're in a union already, you may be deepening your commitment to that love, or you may be deepening your commitment to finding love. But definitely you've decided to follow your heart no matter what. Life is too short, okay? And there lies your prosperity, because a lot of people don't realize that when you find a job or a dream or a goal that you really want to do, and you commit yourself to it, the money flows from there, okay? And I feel, you know, you're going to be opening yourself up. There's an opportunity. When you get an ace, that's when fate intervenes. Aces bring gifts from the universe. So there's an opportunity here to really embrace something you love doing, or embrace new love, for example. You may be even finding a new love for what it is that you do, if you felt like a period of feeling a little bit stagnant and stuck, okay? Now we do have a Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands is a temporary energy, but it's also about passion, okay? And whether it's sustainable or not. The Knight of Wands is someone who is very lusty, very free-spirited, creative kind of person, spurts of inspiration. So you may have found yourself in moments where you've you know, been one of those people who's really inspired by something, and you get doing it, and then all of a sudden you get tempted away in another direction. Your attention wavers, or your attention is captured elsewhere, and you don't actually finish what it is that you set out to do, or you get sidetracked sometimes by temporary kind of opportunities, or how can I put that? It's not opportunities. I'm not. Can you please guide me? Which is, what word am I looking for? It's almost like your attention all of a sudden goes elsewhere, Taurus, which is not often your energy. But if you've been feeling a bit stuck, and you're feeling a lack of mojo or drive recently, they are indicating that this could be an issue to have a look at there, but it's being all turned around. So I feel like you're detaching yourself from anything that is temporary, anything that, you know, absolutely inject your passion and your desire, but you're not jumping through hoops for anybody, okay? Anything that sort of threatens your stability in terms of finances, or in terms of love, or in terms of friendships, or anything that you feel is toxic, I feel like Spirit is actually taking you out of that situation. Fate is intervening to take you away from that, because you deserve better, okay? So I'm going to pull a quick card on the Devil card and the Knight of Wands, because they're basically indicating anything that feels a little bit scary, or feels really temporary, that it is, you know, for example, if you, like, you know, I'm not here to judge. If you have a one-night stand with someone, you know, and the passion takes you, then the passion takes you. But it may not be something that you want that is sustainable for life. You may not be wanting to go through that energy continuously. You may be wanting to have something more committed. This is your protagonist energy, which states you want commitment and love in your life, both in your career and in love and from your friendships. You know, you want commitment. You want people to be all in, people you can trust. Okay, so I feel like you're trying to edge away from anything that you cannot trust. I mean, that's an obvious thing to say, of course, but I feel like they just said Mandy to me, Mandy. So either your name is Mandy or someone you're dealing with is called Mandy. Please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course. But I feel like it's anything that's temporary, anything that's tempting, but is not good for you. It's not healthy. Whether that's food, whether it's, you know, friendships, whether it's love, whether it's career, if you're in a toxic environment, I feel like you're actually, fate is taking you out of that situation and away from it, okay? So let me just clarify this Knight of Wands and this Devil card. Can you please clarify? It's nice to get a bit of a shuffle in, especially since they gave you a whole wedge of cards. Yeah, look, it's burdensome. It's too heavy. And also anything that you're taking on that's too much. Okay, it really, this card, you probably didn't catch it on camera because it's right there, but this card, when it came out, it shot across and it spun this moonstone. Okay, so the moon is really going to spin you out of that kind of orbit where you're taking on too much, or you're taking on anything that is burdensome or is just not healthy for you. I feel like they want to lighten your load. They want you to feel you know, good about yourself. They just did one more, so I'll go one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide High Priestess in the reverse? So yeah, High Priestess in reverse is you know, anything that you mistrust because your intuition, anything that blocks your intuition. If you're like, damn, my intuition isn't even kicking in here, I don't even know what to think, still have that a little bit of caution, okay, because there could be something under the surface here. The High Priestess in this position indicates sort of a conscious repression, for example. So for example, if there is a love relationship that you've separated from and they keep coming back, but they're always saying, hey, miss you, love you, and it's a bit of a booty call or something like that, and you actually have feelings for that person, it may be something that you're in a pattern with, for example. You know, your intuition may block you or repress the red flags, for example, because there's love. I mean, that happens to all of us at some stage, Taurus. They gave me a couple of days ago, which I found not hilarious because it's really painful, actually, and I've been there myself. It's like when love walks in, common sense walks out, okay? So it's the same with passion. When it's just basically like, you know, if you're really passionate about something, you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to get started on this new job. It's going to be so exciting. And you just dive on all in, and you haven't signed the contract, or you haven't looked at the finer details of the contract because you're so excited. Sometimes emotions take over, is what they're saying. So anything that makes you feel blocked or heavy in your energy, watch out for that. See if you're repressing anything. If you don't trust it, don't trust it, okay? If it looks too good to be true, it's too good to be true, okay? So just be mindful that the moon card, the moon energy is going to bring that up for you. Now we have really powerful energy here. We got the Emperor card. It's kind of the same. Okay, it's almost like you're setting an intention here, because the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, they make solid business decisions, or they make solid decisions. Okay, they put a plan in place, a structure. So whatever it is that you're hoping to do, whatever it is you're planning to do, you're doing it with love. Okay, your heart is literally leading the way. As you can see, we got a Knight of Cups here. So I feel like if you're wanting a new opportunity in business, there's going to be a proposal to do something that you love, and it's going to be really awesome for you, very successful. If you have decided that you want to call in your counterpart, I feel like you're sort of manifesting from a position of what it is that you want. You've set a goal or a dream or a plan in place, and you've had that sort of spiritual practice with the universe and said, I want a person like this, and then love arrives with that Knight of Cups. This is about looking deeper, really honoring with authenticity what it is that you want, what brings you peace, where does your heart lie, and then setting a plan to activate it. And that's where your prosperity lies. Now, we can be prosperous in many things. We can be prosperous in health. We can be prosperous in love. We can be prosperous in career, financial dealings. The fact that you got the King of Pentacles here, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Cups, There is so much good things coming to you, okay? The Emperor says, you got this. You're going to be successful. You're actually a natural born leader. So I feel like that rebellious energy that is coming towards you, that's a little bit of you coming out. You know, that leader in you that sparks sometimes that says, hell no, I'm not going to do what you expect me to do. I'm going to shake up the system. I'm going to do what I want to do, okay? Spirit is calling you to embrace your individuality during this time. And the Knight of Cups says there will be peace, there will be love, okay? So if you're calling in, for example, new love, you got an Ace of Cups and you got a Knight of Cups, okay? So you got major new love coming on in here. And anything that is temporary, because there's two knights there, okay, so it could be two people. So for example, you may be sometimes dealing with someone who returns to your circle, for example, very passionate, very strong magnetic energy with this person, but it may not go anywhere, or it's not sustainable passion. It's like quick bursts of, oh my God, you're amazing, I just love living in your energy, and then it's separation, okay? So, you know, it doesn't have to be that it's an ex who's toxic, who comes back from the past and says, I want to be with you, and then you're like, okay, let's do this, and then they disappear. It doesn't have to be that. It can be, you know, two consenting adults who are like, I love living in your passion, and I love everything about you, but it's temporary, and then it separates. It could be about passion projects where you get to be a freelancer, but that may mean that, you know, it may threaten your stability if there's not work at the moment, especially with what's going on with the pandemic and things like that. I do feel like there's peace coming here, okay? And I do feel like there's an opportunity, whether it's in business or, you know, love or whatever it is, you're making really solid decisions. Okay, and I feel like you're achieving quite a lot, even if achieving right now means you're resting, even if it means that you're in a solitary energy waiting, even if it means like you're in between jobs and you're like, damn, I can't catch a break. The Wheel of Fortune says your break is coming. There is fortune will intervene here. It brings a lucky break. It brings a gamble that may have paid off. It brings a gamble that you may have sort of activated that will pay off. It also brings an opportunity for your destiny to become really obvious to you, okay? So we do have, you know, I mean, we got three knights here, so I feel like you've got what it takes. You got the love for what it is that you do, you got the passion, you got the drive, and you're making smart decisions, okay? Now, we got these two cards together as well. So the High Priestess and the Two of Swords. Indecision. Okay, sometimes when we get the High Priestess and the Two of Swords together, it indicates you may question your intuition. Sometimes you may feel like a little bit cloudy, you're like, I don't know which way to turn. Uncertainty, when you have to make a decision either way. You know, that often happens to us all. We don't want to make the wrong turn. We don't want to make the wrong move, okay? But if you are true to your heart, it will never lead you astray, okay? Even if your heart led you to a person in the past that knocked you back, rejected you. Rejection is God's protection and redirection. It also means that you are meant to meet that person for a lesson, okay? Often when things do not go our way, especially the great minds of our time, Taurus, they do give this to me a lot, so I do apologize if you've heard this before, but people like Einstein or, you know, Marie Curie, or, you know, the great minds of our time that have created incredible theories or products or medical things for our advancement. They didn't just wake up one morning and go, aha, I know how to do this, okay? There's many years of trial and tribulation before they got to the epiphany moment, before they got to the eureka. So for example, if someone broke your heart in the past, think of the sweet reward of a person who's about to come in towards you because you were in a learning stage. Doesn't mean it's over, it means that there is more to come, okay? So I feel like don't doubt yourself or don't doubt your intuition. Let it guide you as a gauge, okay? Intuition is often there to help us with caution because you can see she's standing there behind the curtain. Now the curtain represents illusion or mystery or drama, okay? And as you can see, the ship is sailing in the sort of tumultuous energy, but the ship is sailing, it's not sinking. So it is about, you know, it's a gauge of which way to go. Which way are your emotions guiding the water to go, okay? Listen to that intuition. As you can imagine, that ship is actually being propelled forward, but the emotion, the tide is taking it in a certain direction. So even if it means you're going against the tide to get to where you want to go, it means you're honoring your intuition, okay, and your heart, and it will never lead you astray. It means it was always the way it was meant to go, okay? Now, what we got coming on in here is so exciting. The Magician and the Knight of Pentacles. What you think about, you bring about, Taurus. So prosperity really is headed your way. There is offers coming in if you're looking for a job offer, for example, or there is love offers coming in if you're trying to manifest that. Whatever it is you're thinking about, you're bringing about. Thoughts become things with this Magician card. There's a magic about this time. Now, this is, as I said, a rebellious kickback kind of full moon, but it does bring maturity. It does bring a settling energy. It clears the air for you to see where you are achieving and what it is you're trying to manifest, and brings that confidence to take action on it, okay? You're going to accomplish great things. And I feel like even if there's a difficult situation, Taurus, literally this card is like you're going to pull it out of the hat, okay? Because you are positive that you can do it. You know that you can do it. When you're in alignment with Spirit's will and with your own will, miracles are possible. Even if miracles appear to be something that's untangible to you, they're indicating that you're able to manifest to your highest. So they're just giving me an image, so I'm just trying to get the image. One moment, please. So if you could just put the image there for a moment and I'll finish the sentence. Okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. You're able to manifest to your highest dreams, okay? And you're able to achieve it and bring it from the mind into the physical realm. What you can see in your mind, you could have in your hand, okay? Now also, if you could show me the image again. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Okay, they're showing me, they don't even look connected, but they've shown me this before, some dice, okay? They show me 2 dice. I think it's die when there's plural, but they're showing me 2 of them, and they're showing me a bracelet as well, but it doesn't look like they're connected. So either you have a bracelet that is, it used to be connected to the dice, or maybe you think luck is a charm. Oh, could be lucky charm or risky charm. I'm not sure, because when you pull when you do the dice, it's about risk. It's about a gamble. It's about luck, right? But they're also showing me the bracelet, so I'm really not sure how it's connected. So maybe they're 2 separate things. Maybe you've got on your counter some dice, and you've also got a bracelet, and they're next to each other. I'm not sure, but they show me the 2 images together. So if they connect to you, great. But if not, I really don't know how I can. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Taking a risk gives a chain reaction. That's what they just said to me. Whoa. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Taking a risk gives a chain reaction, okay? It's almost like consequences, okay? I feel like fate is actually going to help you come out of your comfort zone, and something's going to pay off. So if you've taken a risk recently about something, know that it's actually going to show up really steady in your world. It's going to be very, very positive, okay? The Knight of Earth indicates a solid energy, a reliable energy, hardworking, something you've been working really hard for is going to come to fruition or come to blossom. But also, if you're looking for a solid love or to deepen your commitment in terms of love, you get an opportunity to, okay? Oh, they just said Magnus to me. Magnus. I've not heard that name in years. Magnus. So if your name is Magnus, there's something in this message for you. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Perhaps it's a nickname. It may even be a place, Magnus. So please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course. Okay. Now, just as I am rubbing this card, they're showing me a fish eye. A fish eye. So perhaps that means if something is a bit fishy or is off, maybe it deserves a closer look. I'm not really sure how to decode that unless you're looking at a fish's eye right now. Please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure. Yeah, anyway, I will leave that there. I'm not really sure how that connects. But if you're looking, for example, if you're looking for love, there's definitely some commitment coming on in here for you. Just beware of gravitating towards people who are bring chaotic energy, that are not grounded and do not have intentions to stay. If you're looking for someone to stay, quick fixes, you know, they often They're nice, of course, until someone catches feelings, and then it's not so nice. But I feel if you're looking for business opportunities, I feel like there's a couple of opportunities coming on in that give you a grounded footing, new jobs that allow you to inject passion, good decisions, even a sense of responsibility. I feel like you're building a very solid structure for success. And if you've got a plan or anything, I feel like you're going to be committed to that plan, and it's all going to work out for you. Okay, now just before we close, I'm just going to give you a wisdom of the oracle. Whoa, that is a lot of cards. Well, they want to talk a lot to you today, Taurus. We got no place like home. It's in the reverse. We got time to go. Okay, we've also got breathe in reverse. We've got chop wood, and we've got change in the wind. So let's get straight to it. Breathe, 29. There it is. Okay, protection message. Inertia, laziness, and apathy are not signs of slowing down, but of decay and lifelessness. Wake up and do something to shake this off. Go outside for some air. Walk in nature. Remind yourself that life is ensouled and magical. Get some exercise. Move out of your head and into your body, and breathe deeply. Each breath is precious. Okay, very important message that. We got number 42. It says chop wood. So I'll give you the general message for chop wood. 42, let's see what it says. Being grounded in everyday experience. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to just be and let nature take its course is an important step to manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing an attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moment, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. Boom, that's your Wheel of Fortune, your Tower right there. Now, as I was reading, they were showing me an ant. Okay? Sorry, whenever I get an image of ants, it makes me feel itchy. I don't know why, but it does. So I do apologize. I'm just feeling super itchy right now, my hair. Anyway, so they showed me a picture of an ant. But if you think of an ant, the tasks that it can achieve, it can hold up its whole body weight and more. It's very strong. Endurance. There is also a unity, a conformity to ants. They often sort of walk in a line and do their thing together. But also there's that one maverick one that sort of goes off and does its own thing and comes back with even more than the rest of the group. Yeah, it's about strength, endurance, and building something, right? Also, we got number 12. Change in the wind. Sense that something unseen is coming. Unseen change has been initiated. Prepare for the storm. Be aware that your plans are on firm ground during the storm. Change in the wind. It is human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change, to want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is ever black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing that is guaranteed is change. Now is the time for transformation, as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course, and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. As I said, that's what this moon energy is all about, you know. It's about that shifting energy. It's about the storms clearing the air, making way for a new chapter, okay? So wonderful there. We got number 45. Number 45. Okay. Endings, completion, walking away from something because there's nothing else to learn or experience from it. And it says you're at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It is time to move on into new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do or to experience in your present circumstance. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in a transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. I mean, that sums up pretty much all of the energy from the reading, but also the image they gave about the risk, causing a chain reaction. I really feel, even if you feel like you're in a stagnant place where nothing is happening, there's change happening, okay? We got number 50 as well. They just said dawn to me, dawn. So, I mean, dawn can be an awakening, but I feel like it's a name. So if your name is Dawn or you're dealing with someone called Dawn, there's something in this message for you. Okay, and the protection message here is, there are times when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Human beings are memory-driven creatures, and we all look for certainty for what we know. Even the qualities we seek in other people and external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Avoid being too eager to find your home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar, and you will attract and be drawn to the very things that you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. Okay? So, there we go. I'm just going to get a trinket before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurus? Okay. Oh, wow. So, number 1, we have the key, okay? And the key there, whenever I get that key, it's the key, it's got like a rose on it, which connects to the death card, which is endings, bringing a new beginning. Anything that's familiar basically is changing, okay, to make way for something new. Old habits out the door. The key to unlocking it all is change. Where would you, they want on the world card, okay? So new cycle begins. Also, we got Pegasus. Whenever I get Pegasus, this is about a successful breakthrough on something, whether it's on communication with somebody, whether it's elevation in your career, whether it's a breakthrough in love and seeing things really clearly and meeting someone new and talking to someone new. The Ace of Air basically says destiny and fate intervene, and there's a powerful transformation at work here. There's a lot of synchronicities, so expect double numbers, especially since you got a Wheel of Fortune, a Tower, and a Pegasus here. There's going to be a lot of numbers that are in synchronicity. Right now they're showing me 222. Okay, so if that's something you've been seeing recently, there's something in this message for you. Where'd you like this? They want this on the Wheel of Fortune. And finally, we got the engagement ring. So they're indicating a deeper level of commitment here to your goals, your dreams, to yourself. Most importantly, to yourself, Taurus. What is it you want? Follow your heart, and it will never lead you astray. But it is about deepening your commitment. It's also about coming full circle. Also, if you want the prize, which is often, I mean, humans consider stones and things like that very precious, and normally it takes a lot of work, a lot of digging, a lot of patience to get to the center, to crack open like hard earth and rock before you get to the actual gem itself, okay? Anything that's worth sort of having, I guess, it's worth waiting for, and it's actually worth the hard work. So stand your ground, hold your vision, Taurus, and a new phase is coming. So I'm really excited for you. Where would you like this? Where would you like this? They want this on the Chariot card. Moving forward, deepening your commitment, overcoming any obstacles, taking action and making way for change. This is really positive, okay? They just said high investment to me, high investment. High investment, okay? So I guess high investment in self, most importantly, okay? I will leave it there. I hope something resonated in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me, Taurus. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurus. Love and light.